Acharya Pranam, says Raman Maharshi, there is no difference between the dream and the waking state except that the dream is short and the waking state long. Further, at one place it is said, just before waking up from sleep, there is a very brief state free from thought that should be made permanent. Now, are the two states of dream and waking same or different? What is this brief state mentioned between dreaming and being awake, and how to make that brief state permanent in daily life? Okay. Have you comprehended the question? First part says, are the states of wakefulness, the waking state of consciousness, and the dreaming state of consciousness the same or separate? And the next question says, what is this little interval between the two states and how to make it permanent? We'll take both of them up. If you are someone who is identified with fragmented consciousness, then the two states are indeed different, as they are to most people. Most people, when they see a waking man, will immediately know the difference between the waking man and the sleeping man. Nobody would say that the waking man is in the same state of consciousness as the sleeping or dreaming man. Correct? So most people indeed see a clear difference between waking and dreaming. It's almost like being inside a house. When you are inside a house, then you clearly see the difference between being in one room and being in another room of the same house. Correct? You say this fellow is in the drawing room and that fellow is in the bedroom. So there is a difference. Because you yourself are contained in the house. Now shift the frame of reference. Consider someone who is standing outside the house. To the fellow who is standing outside the house, the only possible distinction is, are you in the house or are you outside the house? Are you in the house or are you outside the house? The house has 3 rooms and a lawn. The house has 3 rooms and a lawn. The ones who remain confined within the house are surely going to be found either in one of the 3 rooms or in the lawn. You cannot be found simultaneously in 2 rooms, can you be? If you are within the house, you will be found in one of the 3 rooms or in the lawn. That's the situation of the normal mortal being. He is either awake or dreaming or sleeping without dream. These are the 3 rooms. Or he is dead. That is the lawn. All this happens within the boundaries of the house. So there are these 3 states of what you call as life, and then there is a 4th thing called death, which again happens within the boundaries. And because this man never manages to break free of the house, because this man never manages to leap out of the boundaries, so all that he ever knows is the 3 rooms and the lawn. If you ever ask him, where are you? He will say either the bedroom or the drawing room or the study. The bedroom, the drawing room or the study. Or if he is gone, then he would be found in the lawn, buried. When alive, you are found in one of the 3 rooms. When gone, you are found in the lawn. But even death does not liberate you from the boundaries. Both life and death of the ordinary, the common being, are within the 4 walls of this house. As long as you are alive, you will be found sauntering between these 3 places. Sometime here, sometimes there. And when you are gone, then you are in the lawn. Still not liberated. Then there are those who stand in the free space outside all boundaries. To them, this 4-fold distinction holds no good. They do not understand what is this distinction about the 3 states and death and all that. They know only one distinction. Are you in or are you out? They do not even know what is going on inside the house. They do not bother. They stand outside. To the one inside, there are 4 distinctions. To the one outside, there are only 2 things. Are you in or are you out? If you are in, it doesn't matter whether you are in the lawn or in the pantry. Doesn't matter. If you are in, you are in. So the saint who stands outside, somebody like Raman Maharshi who stands outside, does not really distinguish between the waking state, which is the drawing room, and the sleeping state, which is the bedroom. He says, how does it matter whether you are waking or dreaming? Whether you are waking, whether you are dreaming, the fact is you are still in bondage. You are within the 4 boundaries. Now you will know why the word waking is used so differently by the worldly man and the saint. When the worldly man says, wake up, what he means is, it's 7 a.m. Get up and go and earn your bread and drop Nunnu to school. That is the meaning conveyed by wake up when exclaimed by a worldly man, right? All of you have sometimes or often or very regularly been told to wake up, wake up, wake up. All that this person wants to say to you is, come on, get up and move from bedroom to drawing room. This fellow does not want to say, come on, get up and move out of the 4 walls. That's what the word wake up means in worldly parlance. Move from one room to the other. Wake up, wake up. When the saint tells you, wake up, what does he mean? Come on. If the gates do not open, break through the wall. Wake up. Are you getting it? Therefore, the word awakening has very different meanings when used by a saint and when used by a commoner. When a saint says, awaken and arise, he doesn't mean that you should now come over to the drawing room all decked up. You know what he means. He says, come on, pole vault, outside. And if the walls do not allow you to break free, then you break your head against the walls. But under no conditions must you accept to remain confined. Wake up. These 3 rooms and that lawn should not become your destiny. You do not belong here. Are you getting it? Now you tell me, are the two states of consciousness, which is the waking state and the dreaming state, the same or different? Seen from the point of view of the worldly man, they are different. Seen from the point of view of the saint, they are the same. The saint will say, you know, son, when you are dreaming, you are dreaming. And when you say that you are awake, you are still dreaming. So to me, it makes no difference whether you are in sleep or awake. No difference at all. You just keep on moving from one dream to the other. Sometimes your dream is with eyes closed, at other times you dream with your eyes open, but never have you ceased dreaming. You dream all the time. You dream for 100 years, and then the dream does not end. Then you start dreaming that you have died. Even your death is a dream. Your entire life was a dream spent in 3 compartments. And then comes another dream called death, which is spent in the 4th compartment called the lawn. Even death does not end your dream. Death is just a continuation of the dream. And that is why India said that death will not liberate you. Death does not mean liberation at all. That which was within the 4 walls will continue to remain the 4 walls even after your death. Is the lawn outside the walls? It is not. So how will death liberate you? Are you getting it? So wake up. Getting it? That which happens to us every morning. This perfunctory biological movement of the eyelids is a very comical and utterly false indicator of awakening. Just because these little muscles over here start twitching, that does not mean that you have woken up. Or does it? Tell me, please. Is awakening such a cheap thing that you can achieve it merely by the ringing of an alarm bell? An alarm bell rings and you are awakened. Can that happen? So surely that which we call as the waking state of consciousness is just an extension of the dream state of consciousness. It is not different at all. It is utterly ignorant and arrogant of us to call the dream in the night as dream and the stuff in the daytime as real. The stuff in the daytime is as much of dream stuff as the stuff in the night. There is a dream in the night and then there is a dream in the day. All this that you see is the dream in the daytime. Just dream, nothing else. Are you with me? So this is the palace of dreams. What is life? Palace of dreams. What is life and death? Our grand palace of dreams. And that is why, the common man attaches so much importance to his dreams. You are my dream man. This is my dream world. You are my dream girl. Without knowing, he is being honest. Actually, he can be honest only when he does not know that he is being honest. So the dream girl is really that, a dream girl. She does not exist at all. Is freedom from dreams possible? Obviously. If there is someone who is talking of dreams, it means he is woken up. And there have been the ones who have been able to look at the 3 rooms and the lawn from a distance. So freedom from dreams is indeed possible. There is life outside the 4 walls, provided you choose it. Provided you pay the price for it. Then, what is the brief state mentioned between dreaming and wakefulness, and how to make that brief state permanent in daily life? The way the questioner is posing this query, it appears as if there is a little space between the drawing room and the bedroom, and that little space is outside the 4 walls. Is it possible? But that's the way the words of saints have been miscomprehended. That, between dreaming and waking up, there comes an interval of about 2 minutes when you are neither in the dreaming state or the sleeping state, nor in the waking state, and hence you must be in some other state. If you are neither in the bedroom nor in the drawing room, does that mean you are outside the house? No, you are just at the juncture, at the threshold. That's all. But these things have been very often said. They are meaningless. You do not so easily get to taste freedom. Freedom is not so cheap that you can taste it merely, as we said, by the ringing of an alarm bell. The alarm bell rung, and there was a brief period of a few seconds when I was neither asleep nor awake. So surely I must have been in Turiya. This is nonsensical. It doesn't happen that way. Are you getting it? What Raman Maharshi really means to say is, the house might be very, very confined. But there is no house that can exist without a foundation. And there is no house that can exist outside of space. So even if the house is as barricaded and as closed as a penitentiary, still it has glimpses of freedom to offer you. Even if you are in a jail, you still do get to look at the sky, don't you? No wall is ever high enough to hide the sky from you. And no structure can ever enclose you so completely that you do not even have a window or a crevice or some kind of a little opening from which to look at the sky or space. Some fault line would always be there. Why? Because the world is imperfect. If the world is imperfect, then can the world become a perfect prison? Therein lies your hope. Because everything in the world is imperfect. So even the prison that the world is even the prison that the world is an imperfect prison. So there surely would be some little openings, some little glimpses that would be available to you. Use them. Let them be your inspiration. Let them remind you of something. There would be occasions when you would not know what state of consciousness you are in. How? All three states of consciousness are well known to you. You have been through that experience again and again. You know that experience, right? There are times in your life when something entirely new happens to you which has never been in your experience before. Those are the glimpses, those are the little cracks in the wall. Through them, you get some little idea of what it means to be free. Those moments are precious, those encounters are precious. Stick to them and let them really motivate you. And that's the real meaning of the word motivation. Freedom has to be the only motive. Therefore, all motivation must pertain only to freedom. If you say you are motivated, it must mean that your motivation points towards liberation. Otherwise, you are just abusing the word motivation. Let those little intervals be your motivation. That's what Raman Maharshi really means. In those moments, would you call yourself awake? No. Would you call yourself asleep? No. Would you call yourself dreaming? No. And it does happen to many of you often. You are sitting with your eyes open, but you ask me, Acharya ji, that which is happening right now, is it a dream? It is because you cannot be certain right now where you are. It is neither a dream nor the normal waking state. Within the house itself, you have been demonstrated that which is not within the house.